Hi, this is Jared from Shuno, and today I want to talk about deleting attributes in ArchiCAD. This should be done with caution, but it's a technique that if you exploit, you can do some interesting things with your model. So, first of all, let's talk about how to delete an attribute. First, you can go to Options, Element Attributes, pick the attribute you want, or you can go to Window, Toolbars, turn on the Attributes toolbar, and then just click on buttons. I recommend having this attributes toolbar open at all times. I've mentioned this before in previous videos, but it's so important because you want to be able to always be interacting with your attributes as they are a way to globally affect how your model looks and how you're able to interact with your model. So let's first look at how to delete an attribute. I'm going to zoom in here so you can see this nice and easy. I'm going to go to Building Materials, and I'm going to select Wood Framing and Insulation, which is this yellow building material with the soft insulation. If I hit delete, I can delete it and just have it gone, and then anything with any element with that attribute will have a question mark where the attribute used to be. ArchiCAD won't like that. We get this warning sign that says that. We can hit details and find out that it will affect 7 things. Or we can go delete and replace and pick a new attribute for all those elements to take on the properties of. So wherever there was wood framing plus insulation in this project, once I hit replace, it will now become just wood framing. This is a feature that was added in ArchiCAD 17 and is super useful. So I'm going to hit replace. That building attribute is gone, and when I click OK, you'll see the floor plan update, and we'll just get wood framing everywhere. So there we have it. So this feature is a great way to consolidate a model and get rid of garbage attributes, but it also means you can use this to simplify your model for various purposes. Now, everything I'm about to show you, you want to do a save as before you do, because we're going to do some alterations to this file that can't be undone. So the bulk of what I want to show you now is how to take this file and condense it down to 1 or 2 layers. The reason why you might want to do that is if you have everything in this file down to 1 layer, you could then create a second layer, and that could be a design option. You could create a third layer, that could be some other bit of information. It allows you to take, the 3D model and push it down into one more global control. Again, you wouldn't want to do this on a project you're working on and doing construction documents on, but if you're working on a design and then you want to test out some options, or you want to bring this whole model into some third-party program or something where you need to strip away the layer information, because when you get down to 1 or 2 or 3 layers, suddenly you get these other possibilities. This is how you do it. What I'm going to show here will work as well for taking away all the building materials or all the pens. Well, maybe not the pens, because pens are a little different, but taking away all the fills, the building materials, the line types, or surfaces. So you could use this technique to bring your model down to 1 or 2 surfaces, maybe an opaque and a solid surface. I've got another video, link right here, that will show you other ways to do monochromatic models. But again, this technique could be used to do some interesting visualizations if you wanted to bring your model down to 1 or 2 surfaces quickly. So let's show you how to do it with layers. So I'm going to go to the layer settings. And the first thing I want to do to make this work, once you open up the layer settings, you want to hit the down arrow. Why this is for whatever reason, I don't know if this is a glitch in the way ArchiCAD works, but by using the down arrows once we open the layer settings or any attribute settings, after we hit delete and hit OK, the up and down arrow will still work. If you don't hit the down arrow when you first open the layer settings, this technique won't work. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You can hit delete, and so this window comes up, and usually it's wherever in the screen. So we're going to delete the layer and hit move to ArchiCAD layer. Now I'm going to hit the down arrow, and I'm going to select the next layer. I'm going to move my mouse over to delete, move to the ArchiCAD layer, the down arrow, hit the delete, move, etc. This is taking a little bit of time, so I'm going to hit delete. I'm going to move this window on top of the delete button, so now move and delete are in the same spot. So now what I can do, this is going to go fast, I can hit the button to click the move button, or I can click the mouse button to click move, then hit the down arrow, hit delete. It's going to go really fast. So as I'm doing this, I'm just spacing out, talking to you, and we're deleting all the layers in this project. Again, this is not something you're going to be doing on a project you're actively trying to document, but there's various reasons you might want a model with one layer or two layers, or one surface or two surfaces, or one line type or two line types. And we can talk about that in the comments. Anyways, I'm almost done here. So this is going pretty fast, right? You can imagine if this is 100 layers or 200 layers or however many layers you have, it's going to take a minute or 2 minutes, not much. So now we're going to hit OK. We've lost no data. If we go to the 3D model, here it is, but it's all on one layer. It's all on the ArchiCAD layer, which you can't delete. Which means now we can go and hit new layer and say option 1. And now everything we build, I'll just show you something real quick. So say these walls are option 1, and we'll make another layer. We'll make that option 2. And now we can build something else. And I can hide option 1, or hide option 2, and I can switch and hide option 1. And so you can imagine if these options were way more complex, suddenly you have your base model layer, and you have another layer which is just option. So you now have a lot of control over, okay, let's see option 1 and option 2, option 1 and option 4, just option 3, etc. And the key to that would be to condense your model down to one layer. Likewise, if you're doing this for surfaces, to one or two surfaces. So I am done for now. I hope you learned something, and I hope seeing how you can condense your model down to some simplified attributes just kind of gets your mind going about how you could twist ArchiCAD to do some interesting things with certain aspects of it simplified. Thanks.